We were never rattled, ever, because we're always in the moment, always in the present, always extremely calm, always looking at the reality of the situation and not letting our emotions cloud our execution. I switch my mind to something else, switch my mode into something else. Stone cold killer. You gotta put yourself in that cage. When I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me. For me, it's the equivalent of Maximus Decimus Meridius in Gladiator picking up the dirt, smelling the dirt. It's go time.
Up before the dawn, ready for Judgment Day. A lethal underdog, walking on to make 'em pay. Woke up feeling dangerous. That stuff so contagious. We got 10 toes down, so let the haters say what they say.
If you ain't orange and brown, you don't matter anyway.
Woke up feeling dangerous. That stuff. We got that dog check. Found it away. You make the wrong bet. If you doubting our game, we give our last breath. One more play, and we'll make another name. We're ready for Judgment Day.
All right, let's do it.
I'm cutting that one off a little bit early. We have Mike who's in the Zoom, ready to rock. My dad's gonna be joining us here in a moment. He headed home, so he's gonna do the show from his house. But wow, what a game! What a game, Mike. What are your thoughts?
I don't want to toot my own horn, but that score was pretty close to what to what I predicted there.
That was pretty big. Let's get some victory mugs up in the chat, boys.
Yeah.
Victory mugs in the chat. We've got it was a heck of a game.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a game. I think Denzel showed us that he is the guy that we thought he was,
Yeah.
Good game from him. Troy Hill playing
Troy
out
Hill
of his
had
mind.
Yeah, outstanding game. And then, of course, we talked about it earlier, and we talked
did.
about it
I know where you're
on
going.
Wednesday. DPJ,
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
he could be the guy. There's no question. He's shown flashes previously, and then today, that I guess that's
He
what
owns
happens
the
when you have a
Bengals.
solid route runner, right?
Right. I mean, solid route runner. And I mean, Joe Burrow threw deep a couple times, and his guy, the guy that we were talking about, is he possibly the best wide receiver in the NFL? I think we answered that question today.
Yeah.
You can't drop those passes and be considered the best wide receiver. I think he's very talented, Jamar Chase, but not quite ready for prime time,
Yeah.
So
Yes, secondary played well. They really did.
yeah. I mean, Baker came to play as well. I don't have the stats up, but I will pull them up. I forgot to send the tweet button. Hit tweet. Browns. Let's take a look at the stats, guys. And Baker Mayfield, 14 of 21, 218, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, no interceptions. Not lighting anybody's pants on fire. But you know what? Not bad. The big man, the two guys today who just lit it up. Donovan Peoples-Jones, only 2 catches, but 86 yards, 1 touchdown. And then you have Nick Chubb, who had just an absolute monster game. 14 carries, 137, averaged to 9.8 with 2 touchdowns. The antithesis of Joe Mixon's 13 carries, 64 yards, 4.9 average. That's actually not a bad game for Joe Mixon. It's just, Joe Burrow threw the ball 40 times.
Yeah.
40 times. No. Okay. Let's play devil's advocate here.
Yep.
We're not even devil's advocate. I don't even know what we'll call it. Let's play the old switcheroo.
All right.
Baker Mayfield. If this is Baker Mayfield's stat line, 28 of 40, 282, 2 interceptions, one of them being a pick six, and they lose 41-16.
He's getting ripped.
Are we throwing him out of the city at this point?
Yeah, he's getting ripped at this point. If that's the case, I knew where you were going with it.
He's done. He's done. I mean, they would probably have said, you know what, we're going to give it to Case Keenum. Sit down and heal. Baker Mayfield shows up. For a while there, I mean, first half he was 7 of 8, right?
Yeah.
And this is the thing. It's not like there was 7 of 8 because they just ran the ball 40 times. They never even touched the ball in the first half.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they had 24 points in the first half. Is that right? 24 points in the first half, and I don't even know how many possessions they had. Let me see. Time of possession. Yeah, it's not going to break it down by half, but time of possession, Browns 24 minutes and the Bengals 35 minutes. That's a weird stat line for a team who put up 41 points.
I think it's because of in that first quarter, you figure.
Yeah, we didn't touch the ball. Right?
Yeah, we didn't really touch the ball after that pick six. Of course, change gear for a second. Bills lost to the Jaguars, which is amazing. And then Ravens and Vikings are in overtime, but the Ravens get the ball first, which I got to tell you, I mean, talk about the schedule makers being kind. They spotted the Ravens 3 home games. Then they had the bye week, and then they come out of the bye this week, and they're home for their 4th straight game against the Vikings.
It's pretty wild.
Very friendly.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. It's just like I feel like the NFL loves the Ravens.
Yeah, you get that feeling, don't you?
You get the feeling that it's in the bag. And to be honest, I mean, I don't think this is the case, but I threw it out there and I asked my dad, I was like, do you think Clowney is lining up offsides intentionally? I mean, like, do you think maybe somebody's, like greasing his skids a little bit and saying, this get a couple penalties in the first, because I was like, how can you line up? My dad and I both saw it after the first one. We're like, all right, let's start watching it now and see if it happens again. And we're like, there it is. There he's off. His foot was on the line where the ball was. We're like, he's either doing this on purpose or he's just completely out of focus. It's just crazy. Where is Higgins? Higgins on the Bengals side. T. Higgins had 6 receptions. The Browns Higgins did not have anything. He wasn't there. Donovan Peoples-Jones, guys, is the new number 1.
As advertised.
Yeah, he's the new number 1 on this offense. And I think that also kind of, it's not that Jarvis is incapable of doing things. I just think Jarvis's role is now completely going to be like,
outlet guy.
Yeah, outlet possession type receiver.
Yeah.
I mean that pitch play on the option that he ran where he just kind of flipped it out to Chubb, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Good thing that didn't go that way. Kyle Lou is in the house. Keith C. Mike R is here for some reason. I don't know that guy.
I don't know who that guy is.
Love them every week, man. Every week when I'm reading, I was like, they got Bubba and Mike R. I'm like, I don't know. Love them cookies. Beast Handler, Mids Plug, 19 EHF, Isaiah Gassina, Ryan Burlow,
Ravens interception. Is that accurate?
Where's Fly Guy?
Minnesota picked it. Come on, Vikings. I got to tell you, and you'll agree, and so will the whole chat, with the Bengals going down, and then if the Vikings can pull this off, man, I mean, it is as tight as it can possibly be in the AFC North. And then the Steelers at Chicago, or are they home Monday night? I forgot to look. They are home. So maybe that Bears defense will be a little bit tough. Justin Fields finds his footing, and we're really bunched up.
Yeah, that would be wild.
Either way, what a big win today. And addition by subtraction is a legitimate thing. Yeah.
I mean, if the Ravens go to 5-3, and then the Steelers could go 4-4 or 5-4, and it would basically be everybody's tied in the AFC North. So it's anybody's game.
Yeah.
And and again, it brings me back to the whole OBJ thing that he wants to go play for a contender. I mean, we are a contender. We're not the Dolphins.
Silly.
We're not the Texans.
Yeah. I mean, it's evident, as we go along, it's, he's just a selfish guy. He wants the ball, and he thinks that with the ball, he'll get the money, and, good luck. But certainly two things that I thought were exceptional today, Mike. You tell me if you agree. First being, obviously, DPJ picking up where he left off, and just the offense really clicking. With Mayfield being able to be free. But on top of that, I mean, these guys, they didn't look like they lost their buddy in the locker room. I mean, these guys looked more, to me, they looked more focused today, minus OBJ, than they have any other previous week. And we could take that for what it is, but that's how I feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt in my mind. I mean, they looked at it. Oh, we got a super chat just came in. Media talking junk about Baker and Browns all week and hyped up the Bengals, but he shut out the noise and came to prove a point. Dominant team win. Thank you for the super chat there. 19 EHF. Thank you, my dude.
Spot on.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. It wasn't just the media though. I'll go further. There was a influx. If you guys follow me on Twitter and Mike on Twitter, you'll see this. The influx of Baker hater trolls that came out, right? And the vast majority of them were like anonymous looking profile pics. So like just random profile pics, nothing tied to an individual that you could track, and just ripping in. And I always think that's funny. When those guys who have like less than 100 followers all come at me like aggressively about whatever I tweet, and then you have no idea who these guys are, then most of the time I just hit the mute button, because I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to have a meaningful conversation with you anyway. I'm not trying to change your mind. You want to come at me and you're not even a real person, I'm not going to bother. Right.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, Mike, the amount of DMs that I was getting from people and that were just supporting, kind of the tone, I would say, the tone of the tweets that I had.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people who were just like, look, I agree with what you're saying. I don't want to get into conflict. And I'm like, yeah, bring it on.
Right.
It's going to get to the point, Mike, where LeBron is going to have to respond to me at some point.
And it's interesting that you just brought that up, because, I get it. Exceptional basketball player. He brought us a championship. But at the end of the day, like you can't come out on Tuesday. And as far as I'm concerned, and I think everybody else is concerned, you can't, you're either for this team or you're for an individual. And all of us, I think, can say, there's exceptions, of course, to the rule, but I would think that, 98% of the fan base understands that you're a Browns fan before you're, a Baker fan or a Jarvis fan or an OBJ fan.
Right.
And OBJ, what he did was he went ahead and LeBron went out and said, hey, I didn't really care about the Browns. Free Odell. It's all about him. And then today, had the audacity to start tweeting about, oh, first down DPJ, oh, great Denzel Ward. Like, get off our lawn, right? Get off our lawn. We don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, how are you going to sit there and say free OBJ and make this, about one player, and then still try to be a guy that is supporting this organization? I was like, what are you doing, dude? It's just like, it's an absolute joke what he's up to. Dad, are you having some trouble with your webcam?
Yeah.
Okay, you may have to on the bottom left, where it says like mute and stop video, you might have to like just click the start video once your webcam comes on. If not, it's no big deal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I don't. And the thing is, there's a lot of the same people that are like the OBJ fans or the LeBron fans. They're the fan of that guy no matter where he goes. Like he goes to Miami. When LeBron went to Miami, then yeah, they follow him there. When he goes to the Lakers, they follow him there. And not to say that it wasn't a great thing what he did and coming back to Cleveland and doing that thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, get out of here. Go be the Cowboy. He wants to be a Cowboys fan.
I didn't understand the tweets today at all. Like, and if that's how you felt, whatever, I mean, it felt to me like he was trying to like stick his nose out there, like, hey guys, look, I am for the team or whatever. Yeah, no, we know where you stand. So, and it ended after that. If you remember, he only tweeted two things, and then that was the end. Yeah.
Well, good on him. Hey guys, everybody go to dogwoofs.com for your chance to win the Sabo apparel. So the Sabo apparel drawing, we're gonna run it. We're gonna pick the winner from Sabo from Dog Woofs. .com. Everybody head over to dogwoofs.com right now, and just to get entered into the guy named Blake giveaway, t-shirt giveaway for today's show.
So it's interesting because you and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, you know what? This Bengals game, no matter what, it might come down to something at the end of the year. And I looked at the airfare, and it was kind of pricey, but I got the way home from Cleveland for pretty cheap. And then as fate would have it, I just took a peek yesterday, and the way there was low, and I bought it. So I'm ready to see what we're looking at here at the end of the year.
So you're all in.
I'm locked in.
You are locked in.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, I mean, that'll be it's starting to get a little chilly out there, So you're gonna have to. I think that last game that we had here is gonna be the one, where it's gonna be the one where you got good weather. From now on, it's gonna be like pretty cold, I think, in Cleveland.
Yep.
So, other than that, man, I mean, Wyatt Teller he was just popping off with the replays, opening up the holes. I mean,
how about Blake Hams? Speaking of the t-shirt giveaway,
played well.
Yeah, didn't hear his name at all.
Didn't hear, and you know what? That's great. Didn't hear his name at all. If you were looking at, there were a couple plays where they got to Baker. The Jedrick had a false start in a kind of weird spot. So I mean, we're again making a lot of unforced errors when it comes to the penalties, which is a little frustrating. But I mean, hey, we had a good game.
Yeah.
What did we hold them to exactly? What was the final score?
16.
16 points?
41-16, yeah. I
mean, 41-16? It was a hell of a game. And you know what? It's on the turnovers as well. So they lost a fumble, and they got 2 interceptions. And they stopped them on that 1 4th down, right?
Yeah, and the good thing is, and we don't know the severity of that high ankle sprain, but or the calf for that matter for Hunt, but him and Hunt and Jock are both eligible to come off of the IR next week. So if we could get Jock back, if that's a mild ankle sprain and he's ready to go. I mean, this defense is starting to peak. I mean, I know we lost Greedy. Other than that, we're starting to get healthy. And then I think you throw Jock back in there, and we could start making a run at this thing.
It's one of those things that we needed this one bad. Of all the controversy, of all the stuff that happened this week, for us to come out and play the way that they did, they were playing inspired football. And that first drive is getting really dicey with all the silly penalties, right? And then we couldn't even knock him off the field because we had another penalty on third down, which gave him that extra shot, which is where Denzel had the return touchdown, right? So, God, I can't even think about how many times in my life I've seen that where it's like, God, we give him an extra play and they score a touchdown. It was like, I mean, if I've seen it 100 times, 99 times something bad happens, and one time something amazingly good. And today was that one time.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
And it just goes to show, like, I mean, I know we kind of talk about Denzel with his injury, stuff like that. And I was making fun of him on Twitter today too, because he didn't even come right after that. I'm like, he was gassed at the 30-yard line. Do you see that? When he started slowing down? So he got gassed at the 30-yard line. So and it's not like they're playing in Denver or anything. It's not like they're playing Mile High. They're playing in Cincinnati. So, is his endurance an issue? He couldn't come back for the next set of downs to the very end. Did he injure his lungs on the play? It's like it was just funny to see, but he did well.
This Ravens game is going to come down to a Justin Tucker field goal, it seems.
Oh, they got the ball back?
Yeah, it's wild because they just had 1st and 20 on the 49 of Minnesota, and now it is 1:58 left, 2nd and 7 on the Minnesota 36. So we'll see.
I mean, Tucker doesn't miss.
Hopefully he does miss. We'll take a tie.
Tie would be fine.
We'll take it.
But he's not. I mean, Justin Tucker is just...
I know.
This is what he does. He's the Tom Brady of kickers.
But you never know.
Dare I say better than Tom Brady of kickers.
The Adam Vinatieri of the modern day Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, why not? I'm looking at the scores right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that's interesting that's out there.
I just can't believe you can't even say there was a weather issue. They were down in Jacksonville, and the Bills can only muster up 6 points. There's a lot of parity in the league this year.
It's very strange. So the Colts beat the Jets. Fine. I mean, they're both pretty mediocre teams. The Giants beat the Raiders today.
Yeah.
And the Raiders are kind of in shambles after the Henry Ruggs thing and after, the John Gruden stuff.
And the Arquette thing. I don't know if you saw that. He was flashing the gun around saying he was going to kill somebody on a TikTok the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. The Raiders are falling apart quickly.
Yeah.
Falcons beat the Saints. Who cares? Jags over the Bills. That's just huge. I mean, Jacksonville, and you can't score more than 6 points against If I was Bills Mafia right now, I would be losing my damn mind.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, 31 of 47, 264, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Is anybody going to say Josh Allen should be thrown out of the league?
Yeah. And and another thing too.
He got paid already.
Yeah. And then you look at the Denver and the Cowboys game. I mean, Denver looked putrid last week, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago against us.
Yeah.
And
they couldn't beat Case Keenum.
No. And they put up 30 against that Cowboys defense. And I know Dak was coming off that calf, but I mean, the Cowboys put up 16, and it was, late that they got up, that last score. So yeah, it's a weird year for sure.
I mean, it seems like, and the Cardinals were the one team that was like, okay, well then maybe they could run away with it. But even they had a hiccup.
Yeah, now Murray's out today. Hopkins is out today.
Yeah, this is just like, it's weird. It's a weird first half of the season. I'll tell you that, because there's not one team that you're like, oh, they got it. Even, you even look at the Buccaneers, the Buccaneers are not they're not a guaranteed anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean it's something. I mean there is legit parity amongst the league. There's no question.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other scores. So the Broncos 30-16. Ravens
on the 19 now.
on the 19.
Ship shop.
First and 10 and the 19. They should just kick it now. What are they waiting for? Well, good try, Vikings.
Yeah.
But I mean, talk about like falling apart though. You know, the Vikings were up. We were watching it on the bottom ticker the whole day, and that was it. I couldn't believe it. Then when they made it like 24-24, I was like, they're quitting.
I just can't believe the 4 home games in a row. I mean I've seen 3. We had 3, but I mean, coming off the bye and you get to stay home. I mean, why don't they just let them play home the whole year?
Well, get this. Okay, so then the Ravens, they go to Miami, they go to Miami, they go to Chicago, they go to Cleveland, they go to the Steelers. No, we play them. I'm sorry. They go to the Dolphins, they go to the Bears, at home against the Browns, they go to the Steelers, then they go. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, they play at home every week.
Yeah, it's 4 in a row.
Yeah, and 3 of the last 4 at home.
Yeah, let's hope for a block.
Jesus,
and we get a tie.
Yeah,
I doubt it, but stranger things have happened. And the Ravens won.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Fucking Ravens.
Tucker almost missed.
Jesus.
Your
But he
dad
never
said he's
does.
having trouble getting in.
Oh, let's see if he's available. We still can't see you, Dad.
Yeah, the camera's on.
On the bottom left, do you see where it says mute and stop video? Is the stop video have an X over it or red?
Let's see.
Bottom left.
Bottom left, it just says stop, go, mute, live.
There's where it says stop video, there's a little arrow. If you click the little arrow where it says stop video, it should give you a couple options to switch your camera on. Yeah, I mean, it's been a weird week, you know? Very strange week for Cleveland, for the Browns fans, for everything. It's been very, very odd. And
too bad. Oh, I was going to say too bad OBJ didn't want this to happen 2 weeks ago, because I think with the way they played today, they beat the Steelers last week.
Oh, God, a million. I was telling my dad, I was like, we imagine if this would have been the game that we got last week.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think OBJ and his dad would have done that video. And man, it was fun. It was fun trolling on Twitter. Today. It was a great time doing that. Dad, what were your thoughts? We can't see you, but we can hear you.
I thought it was a great game. I didn't like the way it started with them driving down all the way. Denzel made a tremendous play, changed the whole scheme of the game from being down to being, up 7 points. They drove down again, tied the game up. But our offense showed up today. Baker showed up today. He spread the ball around a lot. The defense showed up today. We got every break except for a couple of penalties. That roughing the passer one was a joke at the end.
Well,
there.
and they did. I think they were just making up for the one that they whiffed on with Clowney.
Yeah,
could have been.
But I will tell you this: the guy who was the head referee, I don't know who he is. I don't remember him calling our games before. I thought he was very fair.
Yeah, I that was the only blatant one that I saw that was bad. They could have called the roughing on us one time. They didn't. Then they threw a flag on something else, so it evened it up.
Yeah.
I mean, Stefanski's got to stop the stupid penalty. How do you line up 3 times in the first 3 plays off sides, I would have called the timeout. I would have called those guys over, and I would have screamed at every one of them. I mean, that is so stupid.
Joe Woods is such a pacifist. He's a
They
quiet.
got 5 yards on every play, so it really didn't matter that much. But just the stupidity of it. I mean, the ball is right there. How can you not see that your head is over the ball and over the line of scrimmage? I don't know what these idiots are looking at, but it's really stupid.
Yeah.
And thank God it didn't hurt us. Thank God the missed field goal didn't hurt us. Great game. I think we all called it, like 30 to 20 in that range. If they score that first touchdown, it's a different ball game. It would go back and forth. Luckily, Baker showed up throughout the whole game. That touchdown he threw at the end was great. I would have run the ball, used up the clock, but Stefanski wasn't sitting on it, and including coming out and throwing to Bryant that first down instead of running the ball, and it kept it. Got the first down, got us out of deep trouble, and kept the flags moving. So that was a great win all the way. And now I look forward to next week even more.
How about Ronnie Harrison 8 minutes ago? Thank God every time. Proud of my brothers today and the way we came to play. Let's keep it going. F the outside noise. # dog pound. They get it.
Yeah.
And you know what else I thought? And you guys tell me what you think. All of a sudden, shoulder or no shoulder, accurate Baker is back.
Yeah.
Even that throw to Landry, I was okay with it.
Yeah,
because he played it safe. He figured I'll throw it there. If it gets there and he can make a play on it, great. If not, we live for another play.
And I'm glad Tony Romo made that clear too, because I think a lot of people out there would have been like, oh, he short armed it, or he screwed it up. He did that intentionally. He tried to put it in a place where that safety couldn't come over and make a play on it.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's not on. It wasn't on Jarvis. It wasn't on Baker. It's the equivalent. It's the downfield equivalent of when a screenplay is broken up and you kind of throw it at the feet of the guy. Right?
Yeah.
How about the no call on the intentional grounding? That, I thought that was great, because I was saying it when Baker threw it out of bounds. I was like, he wasn't out of the pocket, but he broke the pocket at one point and came back into it. So I didn't know that was the rule. I mean, it makes sense. I didn't know it was the rule though.
I guess Baker's press conference is going on, and Trotter just tweeted, Baker on Odell. I wish him well. I really do. And then he added, he still has not heard from him.
Well, I mean,
good riddance.
Yeah, good riddance. I just think it's funny, and this is it's poetic that this happened like this. Like just like last year, as soon as Odell left, everything started getting great. Everything starts getting real good the second that Odell is not there, right? So the athleticism, the one-handed catches, the flashy celebrity stuff, it's unfortunate, but the bottom line, he didn't want to be here and he did it to himself. There's a lot of people on Twitter that were like saying that Odell was the next Braylon Edwards. I was like, dude, Braylon Edwards caught 17 touchdown passes in one season.
Yep.
Braylon Edwards, 2007, was an all-time. I mean, that might be the all-time greatest season a wide receiver's ever had for the Browns.
Could
production wise. I mean, Josh Gordon had a good year too, but that year. So I mean, imagine that. Imagine being Odell Beckham and Denzel Ward has more touchdown receptions this year than you do.
Yeah.
And the haters will come out and they'll blame, it's because Baker couldn't get it to him, blah, 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 blah. Well,
Dan Orlovsky just came out and said, tough week for the Baker Mayfield sucks crowd. He's going to have a field day tomorrow on whatever that show is on ESPN.
I don't watch that thing, but I know what you're
No, I
talking
don't
about.
either.
I mean, it and that's I was tweeting out the same stuff. You know, it's like all the Baker haters right now are just, crying themselves to sleep. And, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we are now going to be celebrating a victory Monday against a in-division rival who's off to a very good start. Now, let me talk to you about this too. Joe Burrow looked very human today.
Yeah.
Not to say that Joe Burrow's bad, because he's not, but he looked very human, right? So everybody needs to relax on the, Baker sucks, this or that stuff, right? Baker's a human being just like everybody else. And when you put a guy in a position where you have to throw, and then good teams or professional teams can defend against it. They can scheme against that type of play, right? So today we're leading the whole time and allowed us to kind of assert our game plan the whole way without really skipping a beat.
Yeah.
And thank God that for Nick Chubb and those guys, the offensive line, for opening up big holes and allowing him to do his thing. But I mean, some of those, not just the 70-yard run, but just a couple of those, 10-yard runs, 12-yard runs, keep the clock moving, the first down stuff, It's pretty amazing.
Here's a good one for you. Baker, I'm proud of these guys and the focus they had despite all the bullshit that was going on this week. Gotta love it.
Yep. I mean, bottom line is, Odell thought he was bigger than the sum of the whole, right?
Yep.
Whereas, although a lot of those guys came out like Mac Wilson and Schwartz and, those guys wishing him, happy birthday and best wishes and, all that stuff, there's no reason. I firmly believe that there's no reason they have to publicly do that in the middle of controversy. You can send him a text.
Yeah.
Because then a lot of people, when I was like, for both Mike and I, both came out publicly on Twitter and were like, why do you got to do that? What is the point of doing that? And then the people are like, oh, it's not against Baker. They're just saying that. They probably just, told Baker they have his back, in the locker room. So then why is it okay for you to come out publicly in support of one guy, but then your teammate, you don't do that publicly. You do that privately. I don't buy that. I think it's bullshit. So whatever. I mean, We'll wait for the PFFs because I was watching 5-1 today, and I don't think he lit it up. So
no, the beauty of it is it's not like they came out today and they played so and they just ran all day and won by 3 points or 4 points. It was a statement game. They came out, they ran the ball effectively. Chubb dominated. Then on the passing side of things, Baker was accurate, hit the deep balls that have been missing.
Yeah.
And for me anyway, now it's over. Like, we don't care about the talk anymore. Now it's over. Wherever he goes, whatever. See you later. And now this team is back on track. And not only did they get the win and they're all feeling good about it,
yep,
but then they're all probably looking at each other like, yeah. So there was a bump in the road. But one thing that is certain and still stands is the fact that our quarterback is a leader. He's made of iron. He fights through whatever he needs to fight through.
Yep.
And he could win us a game by big points. So, I mean, it's all there for the taking now. We start getting we get Hunt back, we get Jock back pretty soon, limit the injuries going forward. And there is no reason that I can see to not say that we can get back into this thing. We're in this thing.
Do you think Conk is coming back at some point?
Yeah, I think he'll be back this year. I would probably say he's on the IR for 3 weeks, probably I'd probably say 4 or 5 weeks he's back.
Got it.
But he played well today. So now ideally you'd rather have Conklin, coming back to face the likes of a TJ Watt, etc. But to what point I just made, when we start getting into the the meat of that schedule where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. I think he'll be back over there.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get Hunt back, and if Khan comes back, it'd be great. But really, I think the most important guy right now, if we got back, is JOK.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, I agree with you.
He's the most important guy. That's. I mean, we had so many plays that we were missing, right?
Yep.
That he. I know he would have made. He would have put his face right in there on some of those Joe Mixon runs.
Yeah.
And then, if we get Hunt back, even better. Takes a little bit of pressure off of Chubb. They can go back to that 1-2 punch, but it could be a 1-2-3 punch where maybe because he's, coming off the injury, maybe it's 50%, 25-25.
Right.
Whereas we weren't seeing Dearness Johnson before. We other than last year when one of them went down. So maybe we spread it out a little bit and, leave a little tread on the tires for the end of the season.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I'm proud of the Browns. I'm proud of the organization. I'm proud of, Stefanski for the way things went today. I was very frustrated again with the penalties, but I don't necessarily blame that all on the coaches. I mean, I think the players were making stupid mistakes. The penalties that piss me off are the ones that are the unforced errors. So like the false starts, the
pre-snap stuff is
pre-snap
just killer.
Yeah, like Troy Hill for the one that was the interception that got called back, pass interference. I turned to my dad. I said, "That's not a bad penalty at all. I'll take that penalty all day long.
All day.
It's aggressive, and sometimes they're not gonna call it, right? They're gonna get away with it. Sometimes you will, right?
Yeah.
So I had no problem. Troy Hill played a hell of a game, but three sacks, the most in Browns history.
Best. You're talking from a secondary standpoint. Yeah, it might be. Yeah. I thought it was his best game in a Browns uniform, and let's hope that just
he holds a franchise record now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought that was impressive, and I mean, should we start up a new jersey like the Miles Sack jersey? Should we start up a Troy Hill jersey?
Right.
I mean,
J.W. Johnson just tweeted out, "Huge team win. All we got is all we need. Let's keep it rolling."
Oh, God, they are. A lot of these messages are subliminal. My wife even said, if you look at Baker's post on Instagram, Baker's post on Instagram, all it said was LFG.
Yep.
And is that also some sort of like dog whistle? LFG versus, OBJ?
Right.
It could be. But all week, I'll be honest, other than obviously the drama that was going on, that, by the way, I was loving every minute of the drama on Twitter. I think that I had a feeling that the Browns are going to come out and play well because statistically, I said it on the pregame show, statistically, Baker's very good without OBJ. When you introduce OBJ into the equation, his stats don't look good, and I don't understand it. Right? It's either like he's not that good, or there's something else that's mental or psychological or something.
Yeah,
right?
132.6 passer rating for the Bake.
Who do you think's going to get? If I had to guess on the PFF, let me give you my PFF rundown and write this down if you have a pen there, because I want to track this for the Wednesday.
I forgot to bring my iPad in here, but the notes transfer over. So hold
okay,
that thought.
Perfect. So
right, go for it.
For everybody here, by the way, for anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, I think only when I look at the analytics, only I think 33% of the audience that watches us are actually subscribed. So anybody who's here, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 5,000. We're getting really close. We're at 92%. Trying to get to 5,000 before the end of the year. And if you if you don't want to subscribe because you just don't believe quite yet that you want to be in the Brownie Postgame family, then at least help us out with a like. There's a lot of loyal Brownie Postgame family people here. and
Absolutely.
who come to the Wednesday show. And on the Wednesday show, we do the PFF scores. We have PFF Elite, so or Premium, whatever it is. And Mike goes through the PFF score. So I think
I'm ready.
offense, it's going to be Wyatt Teller number one. I mean,
So you have Teller 1.
I go Teller third week in a row.
All right, I got it down. How about defense?
Defense. God, I gotta say Denzel. But to be honest, like if I had to think, it's probably gonna be Miles. But I think I'm so put this down and say I think it's Denzel, but it'll probably be Miles.
All right.
But I'm gonna go with Denzel. Going with Denzel.
Yeah, I would
what
say.
about you?
Yeah, I mean defense. Yeah, I think you could make an argument for. I think any one of the 4 guys that I'm about to name could be in the top spot.
Oh, Troy Hill. Yeah, Keith C says Troy Hill.
Denzel, Miles, Troy Hill, and the dark horse, Greg Newsome, because I think he had a great game. I think he could stat wise sneak up into the top there. But I think it'll probably be Denzel, Miles, or Troy Hill, I think. And then offensively, I like your Teller pick. I am very interested to see this. Quite possibly might be Mayfield's best PFF score of the year.
Oh yeah.
It
has to be.
Yeah, but I would say for if I had to guess the score this number 1 this week, for me, and I'll write it down, I would go. My guess is Chubb.
You know, I was thinking that
and
too.
Possibly Teller.
I was thinking Chubb too, but if for some reason, so what PFF does is they'll look at like the pass blocking stuff, and they'll ding him on that.
Yep.
So that's the challenge. So it'll probably be Teller, and then I wouldn't be surprised if Batonio is number 2, and then Baker 3, Chubb 4, and then maybe DPJ 5.
And then all this does is get you excited to rush the week away to get to Wednesday.
Exactly.
But I'm ready for it. And you know what? I can't even believe what I'm really excited about. And one of the trifecta is due to you. But literally, before I go to bed, I am going to lay out my Victory Monday shirt because that'll go on tomorrow.
Yep.
I am going to put my Victory Monday mug near the coffee maker. And then prior to going to sleep, I'm going to sneak outside and put the Victory Monday flag up. So as the sun rises, it'll shine on my Victory Monday flag. So it's trifecta time.
And I've got my Victory Monday flag back there. I look at it every day.
Every day. Every day the
every
victory
single day.
for
And
you.
I don't have a flag pole, so to speak, like a formal flag pole. I probably need to get one of those.
I'm gonna have to send you one.
Yeah, I need Cleveland Clothing Co. needs to have like a Victory Monday hat, like this one. Victory Monday hat.
I'd wear it.
Yeah, I think they should get it officially licensed too. Like
They
put an elf on it.
They could come out with the underwear. I'll wear those too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in it to win it.
Yeah, I mean, I would Victory Monday wrap my car if
Why not?
if I could do that.
Yeah.
I don't drive it that much anyway. Right, so I would only get a couple chances per year to drive around in the Victory Monday wrap. There's just so many applications for the Victory Monday.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it could be literally. I mean, if Chubb has his breakfast cereal, we got the Chubb Crunch here.
I should have had some of that this morning, actually.
Why can't there be a Victory Monday breakfast cereal?
That'd be nice.
Right?
Maybe we got to talk to the people at Cleveland Clo and see. And just as you say that, a tweet pops up right front and center. Guess what day is tomorrow? Shop our Victory Monday gear.
Oh, Cleveland.
And and it's the shirt, the mug, and the travel mug.
All right, let me retweet it. Let's get on this. Everybody, I'm going to put this I'm going to copy the link to tweet. Everybody Everybody tweet this out and tag me and Mike in this one, if you don't mind. Tag us. There it is. Victory Monday. Blasian says Teller saved a fumble too. That's right. He did.
Yes, he did.
He did. It was funny. People were saying, they're thanking OBJ Sr. because they're saying all that money that was going to go to Odell can now go to Wyatt Teller.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wyatt Teller's mom retweeted me today. Guys, I have Wyatt Teller stuff. So I was throughout the game. It's just like I'm like a kid in a candy store, right? Because I get to swap out a jersey. I get to swap out, and not just swap out of a jersey, but swap out of a jersey like a Benedict Arnold too, like a good one to swap out of, right? So I get to swap out of a jersey, and I'm going to go with the Wyatt Teller 1946. I don't have an official 1946 yet. I've got the China one that I bought for the video. But if I get that, then I can do a real side-by-side video, number one. So I can do a follow-up. And I can get my Wyatt Teller jersey. Right? So I think I'm going to do that. I think it's time. And I'm pretty excited. I'll even pay the difference. That's the one thing that I got to talk to Fanatics about and find out, do I get, just no matter what the dollar amount is, or do I got to pay the difference? I bet you I have to pay the difference. It would be a bad business decision if you could buy like a super sale jersey and then they're like, oh yeah, we'll swap it for a regular price one. But who knows? Maybe they will.
Yeah.
Don't know. But Baker with a game. I'm trying to think. Let me go into the stats. Something will spur my thing. So first down wise, they had 25 first down. Didn't feel like it though, did it?
No.
Although
I feel like they got the majority of them on that first drive.
You know why? It's because I think so. The third down efficiency, we were 3 of 9. They were 3 of 11. And I think that and 0 for 4 on fourth down. So we were able to get off the field. The only slightly frustrating thing, we put up 41. We could have put up 60 today. If we turned all those turnovers into touchdowns, you're looking at like a 60-point game.
Yeah.
And we missed a field goal, so it would have been 44. Right. So how funny would it have been if it would have been 41-13. That would have been the only one better.
Yeah.
Only one better. John Schlegel, where are we on the Wyatt? I'm sorry, on the Sabo apparel giveaway. If you win, make sure you have your shipping information. I know it's got to be coming close here. I got to hit the button. It's my fault. All right, hold on a second. Randomly suck winner. Okay, guy named Blake. Winner is Steve's _Z1. Is that Steve Z from chat? I don't know if it is or not. Steve Z, because Steve Z is a member of the channel. I don't know if Steve Z is the guy, but let me go into studio mode and I'll pop it out there. Mike, what about, who would you say, if you had to give out the game balls, who are you giving out the game balls to?
Chubb gets one. I think Denzel gets one. And I think you have to give one to Baker, only because of what went on this week. And he rallied the troops. He got them ready to play. They obviously look to him and see him as the ultimate leader of the team. And he took him and got the W, and we're right back in this thing. So that would be my 3 game ball. Who would get my 3 game balls?
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that too. I think that would be fair.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, right?
And it could have, a couple other guys could have got it as well, but I think that those are your 3.
The kind of main ones, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm transitioning now over to the guy who won, and that was Steve Z. Steve _Z1 wins the contest for today. Congratulations, Steve Z.
Congrats.
Congratulations. And we will be, guys, doing a giveaway a Victory Monday giveaway for the Victory Monday mug coming up on Wednesday as well as part of our agreement with Cleveland Clothing Co. So that's gonna be great as well. My game balls, I'd say I agree. I think you got to give one to Baker. You got to give one to Chubb. You got to give them to the offensive line. They played fantastic. I would say obviously Teller and Bitonio specifically, but Shredder, Wills, Blake, everybody did well. I would say, and then DPJ with a big catch. So game ball there. On defense, Denzel with his, other than the Pittsburgh game, his rookie year, this is probably Denzel's best game as a pro.
Yeah.
I'd
agree with that. And
he's not 100%.
Nope.
And you know what? I would also say, and I wouldn't give him a game ball, but I got to give him a shout out. Greedy Williams going down with the injury.
Yep.
Greedy's probably been injured all season, guys. Let's be honest. Greedy has probably been playing tough all season, and he played in games, and he played injured, and when we needed him to play, and he stepped up and did it. And you know what? Now that we see Newsome back and healthy and playing well, Denzel playing like we expect Denzel to play, you know what? It's not bad for Greedy to take a breather, take a game or two off, right? As long as we can stay healthy in general, I think we're okay. AJ Green is now stepping up to be a bit of a player.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
So Troy Hill had a great game. So if we have Troy Hill, we have those four guys. Troy, Denzel, Greg, and AJ playing the way they play today, we're in really good shape.
Yeah.
And maybe Greedy, Keith C said career's over. He's got nerve damage. Did they say he has nerve damage again? Or
I haven't heard anything. I just know it's that shoulder, but as far as the extent, that I don't know.
Okay, got it. So, we'll have to wait to see. We'll wait to see. But regardless, what a gutsy couple games. So I will give him a shout out. I wouldn't give him a ball, but I give him an honorable mention, literally honorable mention.
Yeah.
What else? Anthony Walker with 12 tackles today and a sack quietly, right?
And I thought they did a good job. We talked about it earlier and on the Wednesday show. They had to play well against the tight end, and Uzuma there didn't have many catches. They played the tight end well today. It was. It was an absolute complete game. I thought.
Other than the penalties and the missed field goal.
That's it. Yeah.
We played 4 quarters of football.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they got to start stringing it together weekly.
Yeah. We played 4 quarters of football. We got every break. As my dad was saying, we got every break today. Right? We got the turnovers. We got them balls hitting the receivers in the hands, those deep passes, and then just dropping them. Right? The Steelers, they're catching those.
Yeah.
It comes down to today was our day. And it was not the Bengals' day, and it really started off from that opening drive. It felt very familiar to the Pittsburgh playoff game, where it just started off with that, 7 points in our direction being scored by the defense.
Yeah.
It just sets you up to be feeling good. Everybody's got a little blood flowing now, right? As opposed to, because that's a 14-point swing. They were going to score a touchdown there.
Yeah.
Right? A 14-point swing in the beginning of the game like that is, that's devastating. Right? So just a big deal. Big thanks to Jonathan Schlegel for helping us out with dogwoofs.com and with running the contest. Schlegel Law as well. So if any of your legal needs, if you happen to be in the Columbus area, look up Schlegel Law and give him a call for any legal needs. And also Sabo Apparel, thank you very much for doing the giveaway. The Guy Named Blake shirt is awesome. I own it. I recommend everybody getting it. I think it's awesome. And you know what, Mike, the other thing that's like, that the other thing that comes with a Browns win, typically with me, is the credit card comes with the Browns win. You know, the credit card's coming, meaning I don't feel bad about making those like little, you know, like, hey, do I need another Browns hat? I have like 50 of them. Do I need? Yeah, I need another one, right? Because now I have an orange one, and it's the fall hat, right? You know,
There you go.
It's the fall hat, right? So I don't know. In general, I feel good. I'll probably be, you know, maybe we'll do some more giveaways. Who knows? But yeah, it just feels good to win again.
Yeah,
It's been
absolutely.
so long. I mean, when was the last time we won a game?
Couple weeks.
Okay, so it's been one.
Denver.
Yeah, well, okay, so it's Denver, so it's Thursday, but it still feels like a long time ago.
Feels like forever ago.
Feels like a long ass time ago.
Yep.
You know, because we played on that Thursday night, so we missed the weekend. Then we
Yep.
came back and Steelers, and then we get rid of the cancer, and we turn it on, and I think that's fair. I think it's fair to call him that. You know, I don't want to harp on this any longer, but I think it's fair to call a spade what a spade is. It was a cancer that he ridded himself of it. It reminds me of, do you remember the movie? It was a Russell Crowe movie where he was on the, you know, he was like an English, like Navy.
Oh, the chief and commander, or
Yes,
the commander, and
the
something around-
the master. John, what's that Russell Crowe movie? It's the master and the commander, something like that. Well, and in that movie, there's one guy who was one of the officers who jumps overboard, you know, because he commits suicide essentially, which is a little bit morbid. I'm not trying to get super dark here, but as soon as he jumps off the boat, everything starts going good. You know, it starts raining, they get their water, you know, everything starts going good again. And you know what? There's something to be said. It's weird. It's like, it's a thing. It is part of, it's an energy, right? You get rid of that bad energy and good things happen. And you know what they were saying? I hate the whole, well, now it's on Baker. No more excuses. No, it's just, it's confidence. It's comfort. These guys like him. They
Yeah.
do. I don't care what, I know there are haters out there, but like Mike, you and I were watching them, you know, Jarvis and Hollywood play Call of Duty. They like him.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and as frustrating as Baker gets from time to time when he misses guys, he frustrates me sometimes too. But nobody's perfect.
No.
Look at the quarterbacks today, right?
If you go back and look at that throw to Chief in the end zone,
Yeah.
beautiful throw. I mean, he put it through three guys, literally.
Yeah. And
over top of one and in between two others.
You know what was another impressive one? The one to Felton.
That was impressive, and even the one he dropped in the bucket, where DPJ got jacked up out of bounds. I mean, that was a beautiful.
Oh yeah, and
Just
and
touch.
the one to Harrison Bryant, which is a really weird angle to
Yeah.
throw the ball at.
Another
Right.
one.
And I mean, I give it as much credit to Harrison catching that ball as I would, you know, and the one to Nick Chubb early in the game, on the sidelines, where
Yeah,
it looked
I
like Nick almost stepped out of bounds, but he slapped his 2 feet down. Like,
Yeah, he was accurate all day long.
yeah, it was old Baker.
Yeah,
It was old Heisman Baker. Get back there and rip it. You know,
yeah.
have
You drop back.
confidence.
Yeah, you know you guys are going to be where they're going to be.
Yeah.
We harp on that, but I mean that was something that we didn't bring up. Somebody else brought that up. But now that it's out there, you know, you look at him today, and it was just a matter. He is what he is. He
Yeah.
drops back, surveys it, and goes where the open guy is.
Yeah. I mean, look at the quarterback. Look at the quarterbacks who won today, right? Derek Carr lost. Josh Allen lost. I don't even know if the Saints have a quarterback. So I'm gonna say
Yeah, Trevor Simeon.
that.
Did they wind up winning?
I believe they got crushed. No,
No,
they didn't get crushed. They lost, but it was close, 27-25.
So they did lose. So are
Sam
they
Darnold,
off the list? Are they off the list now
off the list of what?
for the guy that we just let go? They were talking the Saints, but they lost today, so now they're 5-3. So, you know, are they still a winning environment?
Oh, I would love to see. OBJ go to the Saints. I'd love to see that.
Oh, it would be great because good luck when Jameis comes back.
Sam Darnold today, 16 of 33, 172, 3 interceptions, and I don't know if he fumbled, but 3 interceptions, 172, 16 of 33. I mean, what, 50%, less than 50% completion percentage, 172 yards and 3 interceptions. You know, a guy who everybody was like when they started off 3-0, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is the Sam Darnold that we expected," right? And you know what happens? Baker Mayfield just keeps going out there week in and week out, trucking along. Sometimes he has a good week, sometimes he doesn't. But today was okay. For everybody who's out there, we scored 41 points with a missed field goal. Okay, we scored 41. This is the Browns' designed offense. Spread the ball out to multiple players without a featured wide receiver, featured tight end, and run the hell out of the ball. This is the Browns' offense.
Yeah.
And it was executed today to near perfection. Right? So if you like scoring 41 points, but you don't want to, your quarterback's not going to have 50 passes and 7 touchdowns. I mean, that's just not going to be this offense because we don't have to. Right? So the one thing that's a little bit frustrating is when we get into the red zone, especially deep in the red zone, like in the 10-yard line and a little bit anything 10 and in, it feels like we tighten up a little bit. Right? We don't have that loose type feeling when the field gets really tight, and I don't know why. But that's one thing that's a little frustrating. But it was nice seeing Nick Chubb kind of slip his way in for that touchdown.
Yeah.
It was very Kareem Hunt-esque. Yeah, guys. I mean, so we go to New England next. Right? New England's 5-4. They can play. Mac Jones is 12 of 18, 139, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They ran the shit out of the ball today. 10. Okay, so Stevenson rushed 10 times. Bolden rushed 8. Harris rushed 15. They are this Patriots team likes to run. So, and I would say, if I was being fair, other than today, the strength of our defense is stopping the run.
Yeah, and another interesting stat for them. Well, first off, they won 3 in a row, and as we know in this league, it's tough to win 4 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, they're 5-4. They're 4-0 on the road, and they're 1-4 at home, and we're going there. So that's a nice stat.
And to be honest, we're not a bad road team. We are not a bad road team. It's like the whole thing with Ben Roethlisberger being the winningest quarterback in Cleveland. We don't win that much at home, guys. I know it's a home field advantage. I know there's that kind of stuff, but it's not like the production isn't the same. So, and I think, to be honest, when was the last time? It was like 2019 that the last time we played New England in New England on that rain game.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
The Freddie year. Yeah, it was a Freddie. Right. It was a Freddie year where Nick Chubb had the big fumble.
Oh, the fumble, yes.
The big fumble, and Tom. It was Brady. It was Brady against Baker. So, this is another one that I think the Browns want. So we're gonna play up for this game as well. It's gonna be a long road trip as opposed to this. Did they fly? You think they flew to Cincinnati? They had to have flown to Cincinnati, right? Short little puddle jump thing.
I don't think they drove the 3-4 hours, whatever it is, 3.5.
Yeah, when they could just probably take like a literally 35-minute flight.
No, yeah, and they flew. I remember seeing them at Hopkins.
Okay, so they fly. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer flight. It's not that long though. I mean, to New England from Cleveland, like what is it, an hour? What's your flight? Hour and a half?
Not even. We're in the air 55 minutes, I think.
Okay, so then let's say to Boston, it's going to be an hour and an hour 10. I mean, that's nothing. Jason just said it's a 41-minute flight. So it's not a long flight.
No. You're up, you're down.
You're up, you're down. It's going to be interesting to see what the weather is because New England weather in November can be,
Let me
hit or miss.
let me take a peek real quick.
Chargers Eagles tied 7-7 right now. Cardinals are up 14-0 against the 49ers. 49ers have been a fairly disappointing team. Colt McCoy playing today, 8 of 11, 74 yards.
As of today, 52 and sunny in Foxborough.
It's going to be a beautiful day. Be a nice day. It's going to be a nice day to run the ball.
Yeah. As we approach the deep fall.
The deep portion.
We're getting there.
Of the fall. I feel like we're in autumn right now.
Yeah, we are.
It's not even the fall. It's autumn. Right?
Daylight savings.
Yeah, we just hit that. It's starting to get dark here soon, right? It's 5 o'clock. Yeah. I like this time of year. This is like we're getting ready for holiday time. Browns are winning football games, getting a little crisp air out there,
Yeah.
I got to get myself a case of that Christmas ale.
Yeah.
I want to try to get my case a case of the pumpkin stuff too.
Yeah.
Had
a couple pumpkins today. Got the Great Lakes Christmas Ale on standby.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the next game you're headed to?
Ravens.
So a couple weeks.
December 11th, I think it is.
Wow, it's gonna be a long time. How do you feel about that? Are you feeling a little anxious about that? Like you want to get there? So not the Lions. The Lions is a win.
Yeah, we thought about going to the Lions game, but it's the week of Thanksgiving, and it's just too much. And then we'll be with my parents, etc., and traveling and being around a million people. We were just like, yeah. I mean, I could. And the wild thing is, like, I'll just go on Southwest just to be like, oh, if I was going to go to that game,
how much would it be?
How much would it be? And literally, I think I even have a screenshot. I'll send it to you. But I just went on there on a whim the other day. And the round trip airfare for two for that game was $144.
Wow. Well, the
Crazy.
problem with Southwest right now is like, are they gonna hold up?
We didn't have any problem.
Oh yeah, you have a really short one.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I think
Baltimore's a hub.
Oh, okay, yeah. How long does it take you to get to Baltimore?
Just a little over an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, to get
Philly would be ideal, but there's no direct flights out of Philly.
I feel like to get to Ocean View, it took me like 3 hours from Baltimore. Maybe it was the traffic at the time of day, or I don't know. But I like flying out of Salisbury much better. But then you have to connect into Charlotte and all that bullshit.
To go to Ocean View from Baltimore, you got to go all the ways back up to go around.
That's probably why.
You know what I mean? So you have to. So going from Baltimore to my house, a little over an hour, and then from my house then down to the beach area, you're looking at another, especially down to Ocean View, you're looking at another hour 45 too.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, guys, we've been at it for a little over an hour. Appreciate you all. Mike, give me some final thoughts, man. Give me some final thoughts on today. How are you feeling? And
Yeah, it was a big one. We knew it would be a big one. We talked about it all week, knowing the makeup of Stefanski and Barry and what they've been building. It's evident, the kind of guys that they've brought into the locker room, and knowing the type of person that Baker is. And we've been critical on him for a little bit here and there. And you know what? It's nothing that wasn't warranted. But at the end of the day, we know what we have in him. We know what he's made of. And this was as they say, ripe for the pickings type of game.
Yeah.
For him to break out that persona and what he is all about. And the only question you had was, will these guys buy into it? And I think if it was any other regime besides what we have now in Berea, I think that's probably a letdown game, no matter who's at quarterback. But I think the foundation that we've built within the building, and the guys that we have running this thing, and then add Baker to it, who is just he's been a leader everywhere he's gone, and you could tell that these guys gravitate towards him. And we pulled out not only a win but a big win, and I think it's a statement win. And now you go to New England and you lay the wood there, and then you come home and you take care of a Lions team, and now all of a sudden, you're looking pretty damn good. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to break it all down on Wednesday too.
I got to tell you, we have a couple winnable games now.
Yeah,
We do.
most certainly.
And this is the same thing that kind of happened last year. We had this spot in the middle of the season that we're like, hey, we got to win a couple games.
Yep.
And we were able to do it last year. And now, unfortunately, the Steelers game got away from us. Hopefully that one doesn't nip us in the butt, towards the end of the season.
Yep.
But, here's the good news. We took care of the Bengals. So
Yeah.
thinking about, a couple catches here and there, couple things don't go our way, the ball, on that fumble maybe trickles his way out of bounds. This could have been, could go the other way. We didn't catch they didn't catch the breaks today, so we'll see what happens January 9th. But you said you are going to that game 100% January 9th?
Everything's booked, so it's a matter of if it means something, we'll be heading out.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to my dad. I was like, there's definitely fun being at that game last week, but there's also something to be said about just watching it, from the comfort of your home and nice warm, with just an air conditioned room. But I will tell you, it was a lot of fun. I loved it, and I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, it's we love it. It's one of the highlights of the fall for us. So look at it this way: you've got how many other weeks? 30 something to hang out at the house on the couch watching TV.
That's true. Go experience life. Go out there,
Yeah.
touch it, feel it, taste it, all that.
Yeah.
So, guys, I want to just my final thoughts. I'm very excited for the Wednesday show coming up. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. We picked up a couple new subscribers: Dream Slayer, Hayden Cox, Shark Boy, Rob Geist. Thank you guys very much for subscribing. We'll see you Wednesday, and we'll be doing the giveaway for the Victory Monday mug. We will do that on doggrooves.com as always. And yeah, guys, I mean, this is just it's a good day. It could have been a disaster having lost to the Steelers. If we went back and lost to the Bengals, I think this would have spiraled in the bad direction. And now for the rest of my day, I'm going to go watch some press conferences. I'm going to have some chicken wings.
There you go.
And I'm going to get my my Victory Monday mug or shirt and mug ready to go tomorrow. And then we'll pick it right back up, same bat channel, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Wednesday
Sounds
at
good.
7 p.m. for the Wednesday show. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties with my dad as well. Maybe we'll have him on the Wednesday show as well, so we can get his thoughts on everything as well, so we don't miss out on that. And we will see you guys very soon. Go Browns.
Go Brownies.